Terrorists deliberately attack and harm or attempt to harm civilians. They have no respect for human life and do not care how defenseless are the civilians. They do not care if the civilians are babies, children, defenseless women or men, old people, disabled or able-bodied. Many terrorists attack the civilian populations of their enemy and then use their own civilian populations as human shields when the people they attack respond. On October 7th, 2023, the world learned that the definition of terrorism has perversely changed. On that day, Hamas, Islamic Jihad, and others from Gaza raped women and girls, kidnapped, burned people alive, including babies and children, beheaded people, shot and threw grenades at defenseless civilians, wounding and murdering thousands, including babies and children, and then retreated to Gaza to hide in their multi-billion-dollar terror tunnels they constructed underground. Using the above-ground civilians as their human shields, they made sure to provide for themselves protected hiding places and no bomb shelters or any protections for the civilians above ground. The unintentional killing of civilians in armed conflict and war, even though tragic, is not terrorism. When terrorists use civilians as their human shields, they are the ones responsible for the tragic loss of civilian lives. War and terror are both tragic, but they are not the same. Hamas and Islamic Jihad and others from Gaza showed the world that Jews and people living on the land of Israel can be raped, murdered, beheaded, kidnapped, burned alive, along with other atrocities, and not only will millions defend these actions, but scream loudly for more of it. The deliberate targeting, harming, and murdering of civilians is terrorism, regardless of who are the targets. Occupation, resistance, indigenous, native or not, that and all the other nonsense excuses given to justify acts of terror, even if true, which they are not when it comes to Israel, does not ever change the fact that civilians must never, ever be deliberately attacked, harmed, or murdered without any exceptions whatsoever. No matter the excuses given, no matter the justifications provided, no matter who are the targets, when civilians are deliberately attacked, harmed, or murdered, it is terrorism, no matter how many millions in a twisted, perverted world say otherwise, depending on who are the victims.